welcome back to the GSL up and down matches. We have had some pretty intense games so far here already.
Exactly, we did. We had Keen defeating Crazy, YongHwa taking out Avenge, and now Crazy taking a win against SC. Currently Keen and YongHwa therefore leading the group with a 1-0, as you can see here. And yeah, we were just talking a little bit, guys, and you should definitely come to the studio at the weekend and check it out. For WCS, we will have a stream. Cases and Atos are going to be streaming, the two of us as well, and the studio broadcast will be completely in English. There are a lot of small cafes and also like a few restaurants around here, so you can just go get yourself something to eat, get yourself a coffee or two, and then bring them over to the studio and just enjoy your evening, watch WCS here if you would prefer to watch the English stream instead of the Korean one that will be broadcast by OGN.
Yep.
So that's going to be pretty cool. Kind of course also talk to us a little bit. I feel it's going to be a really nice environment.
I want every foreigner who's going to be in Korea to be in the studio listening to English commentary. It's going to be all of us GOMcasters here doing it, and highly recommend coming down. We'd love to say hi to you, say hi to me, say hi to each other.
It's going to be pretty cool. I feel really good about the weekend. It's going to be nice. And now, of course, we have a quick focus here again on the placement matches, or better on the up and down groups. We have YongHwa up against Keen. Another Protoss versus Terran right now, the first one for Keen. And so far, the MVP Terran player is looking quite strong, taking out Crazy in game number 1. Gives him a good position in the group. Same is true also for YongHwa, who defeated Avenge. Both of them are 1-0, and we are going to see who takes the lead in the group here.
Yeah, we will see indeed. And I'm just looking forward to it, man. I just had some starting because I didn't get into the game. I didn't join the lobby in time, a little bit stressed, but it's okay. Still going to get the full coverage from us. YongHwa versus Keen here at the GSL Up and Downs.
Starting to the top left now, we have the Protoss player for Team LGIM, 1-0 in the group.
LGIM YongHwa.
And his opponent starting, of course, to the bottom left of the map in blue. The commander, it is
MVP Keen.
Keen, you know, just having a pretty flawless defense in his game against Crazy, taking a 1-0 spot in the group.
You know, those two just met recently in the GSTL, YongHwa versus Keen, and the funny thing is that Keen took the series. So if that is any indicator, then the Terran player should be able to get a 2-0 victory here in the group, or a head start. He took down YongHwa back then, and for the Protoss player, this is of course a little bit of a dire situation. Keen in general being really strong right now in Heart of the Swarm against Protoss in offline performances. He's 5-1, took down Tassadar, Mad Bull, and also, of course, YongHwa in the GSTL. Then he was successful in Code S against Squirtle of all people, and he even defeated Alicia in the GSTL. So really strong these days against Protoss.
Yeah.
And YongHwa not only up against a very strong Terran versus Protoss player, but also a player that he lost to in the past. Maybe he can change things right now and take the 2-0 lead in the group, but it's going to be very, very difficult for him.
Yeah, for certain it will be. You know, I'm just looking forward to seeing, you know, who's going to take that lead, because whoever wins this gets the 2-0. Because YongHwa was also able to defeat Avenge in the Protoss versus Protoss, and when you have that 2-0 lead, you get some momentum, you feel good, and everybody kind of looks at you as like, we got to take this guy out. We have a Reaper opening from Keen, which is pretty good in a 4-player map for Terran versus Protoss, because you don't want to get caught off guard by a hidden Stargate or perhaps even a fast Twilight Council, because Blink Stalker all-ins are so strong in Heart of the Swarm.
A lot of scouting going on for both players, and YongHwa, unfortunately enough, scouting to the top right and bottom right first, whereas Keen is sending his SCV actually cross-map and also spotting in the wrong direction, so very late scouts for both of them.
Yeah, good for him, he's going for the Reaper, so he will be able to get some good information here.
You know, I would really like to see at some point GSL or maybe Team Liquid or someone else just using a Commander Keen picture for Keen as a profile pic. That would be so awesome with the helmet and everything.
Yeah. You know, I'd love to see the Reapers, as a homage to Keen, get a pogo stick that allows them to jump over the cliffs.
That would be amazing. We'd love to see that. Just having the pogo stick, the white helmet and everything, and just jumping up and down the cliff.
Custom skin, man, maybe one day. Maybe
that would be so cool. Yeah, exactly. You screw the custom skin for Zealots or for Marines that you get. Reapers need to be specially designed for Keen with the pogo stick.
I want the helmet, but I want the glasses. I want the Keen sunglasses on him.
Yeah.
That would be the best.
That would be the double homage. Yeah. That would be really good. Well, right now we have expansions going down for both players. Keen on the high ground, and of course on the low ground we have already the Nexus being warped in for YongHwa. the two scouts are actually just trying to kill each other here.
It's that lonely scout moment where you both just realize, well, we guessed wrong, and this time the probes are going to die for it.
Yeah, the Reaper with a little bit of mercy, but no, realizes a mistake a second later. Yeah. There's this one glimmer of hope that you have. The probe is just running away, and it's like, oh my god, he missed me. And the Reaper's like, nope, just toying around with you.
He's like, I just had to answer this text message really quick, and now that I'm done with that, I'll come.
Yeah.
YongHwa with a little bit of a late mothership core, but he goes into the robotics.
He's not heading across the map with it. He's just trying to spot the high ground there, looking if there's another Reaper, maybe unit hidden by Keen, which is not the case here. The Reaper being intercepted right away, but not taken out. So Keen still, oops, needs to be careful here, but he still has the Reaper on the map so that he can scout later on. He, of course, wants to know what's happening. And YongHwa is going into robotics, is going into a double gateway, has the production for the gateway units now fairly soon that he can deal with early pushes. And with the robotics, he can get the observer out to find out what's happening in the main base at the bottom left.
Yeah, and Keen is going to that reactor transition, so he's going to have a lot of Marines powered up. We've seen players go for this exact same push all the time. Marine King known for this, Keen known for this, Bomber known for this. That's why YongHwa has the sentries on the high ground, so he can force field out the Marines and then use his Mothership Core, and the cannon will kill everything else. So that's going to be the plan here. He needs to make sure he keeps that Mothership Core, though, on the high ground, because if he loses that, then it's all over.
Yeah, one of the things is also that he doesn't want to lose the first energy that he has on the sentries for hallucination. That's why we have him now going into the observer and not trying to use that. He needs just the energy for everything else. But now we have those units running into the natural, and that is devastating for YongHwa. Keen is just trying to hit that timing. Of course, he baits out the photon overcharge.
Yep, kills 2 probes there. The 3rd probe, of course, from earlier.
And mining time.
Yeah, mining time lost as well, but good reactions by YongHwa. Keen tries to bait him away from the ramp, but the reaction time on the Mothership Core is just so fast that going to the main base isn't really a good idea for Keen anymore at that point. But this is some really common pressure, and it gives you some good scouting information as well. Yeah.
You pressure your opponent a little bit, you force out the energy of the Mothership Core, and already behind it we have the +1 attack upgrade being started, whereas YongHwa is relying now on the style with the upgrades going to the double forge, and immediately starting with the robotic space. So he chose to go down the robotics. We're gonna see later on if he just wants to get one Colossus out and then transition into High Templar, or if he will commit to the tech. But for now we still have Keen posturing around with a fair amount of bio units that has been spotted by the 2nd observer.
Yep. Uh-oh, he could actually force field these units in! Oh, perfectly done. Well, actually not so perfectly at all.
Yeah. At the end, he was wasting a lot of force field energy here. He leaves a small gap.
Oh, if he had not missed that, man, he could have actually just taken an almost unfathomable lead.
Dude, he's going to be so annoyed about this. He's going to look at this and is like, oh my god, why did that happen? He must be really annoyed right now.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he had it locked in.
I thought he had them.
Yeah, I was like, well, damn, nicely done.
If that works, he's killing so many Marines and he takes away the entire pressure that Keen was trying to just push towards him. So suddenly YongHwa would be in the best position ever. He had so much time, but as it is, those Marines are still on the map. And YongHwa, he has to be, of course, take that into consideration. He lost a lot of energy here for the sentries and didn't do too much damage. Heading now into the first Colossus. And this Colossus just helps you to deal with pressure. As soon as you have it out, you can deal with your opponent's aggression. And you can also already see that with the Twilight Council, we might see him go into the Temple Archive. Of course, you need the Twilight Council anyways because you want to get those +2/+2 upgrades, but we don't see the range upgrade for the Colossi just research yet.
Yeah, so it looks like we will just see that transition. The armor here is going to help him with 2-2, but there's the Thermal Lance. But I think he might actually make Hellbats with that reactor going down on the factory like this. I think Hellbats and drops are a very high possibility, and if not that, then just adding the Hellbats into his composition, because we've seen this as well against Charged Zealots.
I really like the pylons that we have down to the bottom right, really far away from the Terran player, but they are very much in range of that 3rd base. And we've seen in so many Terran versus Protoss matches that especially the run-bys with Zealots can decide the game in the favor of the Protoss.
Yeah, they can also really help you spot drops.
Yeah.
And, you know, losing a pylon to know a drop is coming is always worth it. So, Keen's still reluctant to use that factory. He does click on it there for just a second, but he's not started Hellbat production just yet. He wants to see whether he's going into Colossi or Charged Zealot Archon first.
Yeah, and of course he can then head into the +2/+2 as well, going to complete his first set of upgrades very soon here. There's the 2nd attack upgrade already started, but we're waiting for armor.
That Zealot, man, this is exactly what you were talking about earlier. Right in the range of the third base, denies it here.
It's so awesome for him. He delays it by so much already. The SCV couldn't take it out. And that is just contributed to Keen reacting this fast. If you think about it, 3 hits and the SCV is gone, but the Zealot is just not there in time to take down the Harvester.
Keen really wants to be very aggressive here. He's hiding these units to the right side of the map. Could go for a drop once he sees YongHwa move out. He's got a lot of different options.
Yeah. This is the map where you can pressure the third base, and then as soon as the units are a little bit out of position for YongHwa, Keen could decide to go into the natural and just stim in and take down the Nexus. It's very, very difficult to hold this, so you need to be careful once you're on 3 bases. There's so much potential for the Terran player to get a good position and just continue this aggression. So Keen is already trying to build it up. He's searching for the pawns to the bottom right. He found one, didn't see the other 2, but now we have him with Hellbat drops to the top left, and he still has the Marines and Marauders at the third base. So if YongHwa pulls all his units to the left, he will lose his third.
Yep. This drop could be devastating. A great probe pull here. He didn't know it was going to be Hellbat, so he pulled them away just in time, but he needs to keep pulling them away.
Oh, that was one good hit, but the second one doesn't get in.
Oh, he could have done that so much
barely.
better. Oh, that was so scary for YongHwa there.
Yeah. You know, he actually, I think his cooldown was already ready for the Medivacs. He could have just picked them up, boosted in, and then dropped them on top of the probes. That would have helped him.
Yeah, I think both players were distracted at the third base where the attack happened.
Yeah, definitely. But he could have done a little bit more with this. What I really like about YongHwa's style here is that he's now even going into +2/+2, having the Templar Archive, and I think we're going to see +3/+3 in just a few seconds. Doesn't really have the resources yet, though.
He's got the gas, but just needs a few more minerals. He spent a lot on that Nexus, and he's about to send some probes over there and get that mining.
Keen is not falling behind too far. He's already heading into the +3 attack upgrade, even a little bit faster than YongHwa. Vikings getting good shots off and pushing the entire army to the left side, and suddenly the third base is exposed. He's losing one of those Colossi without doing anything, and the third base is being eliminated.
The third base is gone. He's supposed to target, and the other ones target the Colossus, and now Keen can just leave. He will actually fight against this for a little bit longer, but he should just escape at this point.
YongHwa didn't really commit a lot. Keen didn't commit a lot here, but he did so much damage. He needs to defend at the bottom right. But this is just such a huge amount of pressure executed by the MVP Terran player.
Yep. And here comes just the unlimited number of stims he has with those medevacs, and that Nexus not even canceled. A big mistake there. And against pure bio with medevacs, you cannot use pure stalkers. It does not work. They don't do enough damage quickly enough. The healing of the medevacs is too fast.
That warp prism at the bottom left also did not do too much. The warp-ins with the Zealots were nice, but they didn't really take down a lot of units.
They killed some Harvesters, but you know, with the Mules, he's fine.
That is a ballsy medevac right there. With one hit point going for a drop, I don't know about that. Good luck, I guess.
He's really must be religious or something. I don't know.
You know, I actually think if that drop is gonna be spotted by a Zealot, the Zealot is gonna pick up a probe and throw it at the medevac.
He's just gonna pick up a rock off the ground and chuck it.
Spit into the air, take down the medevac.
Yeah.
All that holds it together. Boom, down.
He takes his side blade off his hand and tosses it. He's hoping for the best. He tries to throw it like a paper airplane.
Yeah, like a boomerang.
Well, right now, you know, YongHwa did a decent amount of damage with that Zealot run by, but his lack of a third base is just starting to take its toll here.
I love the bunker at the third here. This is just so smart, repairing it immediately. He's not taking any chances here, and that you have to respect that.
Yeah,
it's a really good position for him. And once again, Keen is just working with what he has, and what he has is a huge lead over his opponent, using those bio units with another stim to do a significant amount of damage here.
Just not enough Zealots in that force. You know, he's barely able to hold on to this for a little bit longer, but this is just a better trade for Keen, and actually he pushes through.
The Colossi are gone, and this is exactly what he needs. He needs some kind of area of effect damage, and currently YongHwa doesn't have that. Keen is trading so well here, and he doesn't even have to trade cost efficiently because he has such a good economy compared to YongHwa.
And it looks like he's actually just going to kill him here with this force alone. GG.
GG right away. Keen with this early aggression, taking down 2 Colossi and then killing the Nexus at the third base, doing so much damage. YongHwa never really being able to recover from this, and Keen just playing basically a flawless game here.
Yeah.
He didn't open himself up to any kind of comeback opportunities for his opponent.
He was just, his multitasking was better. He was, you know, much more aggressive. He also had that early scouting information with the Reaper.
Yeah. Keen now being in a 2-0 in the group, doing everything right so far, taking out YongHwa here, who is now 1-1. So, very good performance by the Terran, I have to say.
Yeah, Keen looking really good. Today's one of his on days for sure. You know, he's on or he's off, and
yeah.
this is a great day to be on because he wants to get right into the Premier League, you know, go back into the Codes level of play, back with everybody else.
The next game, I think my match order is actually a little bit screwed up, so I don't know exactly what the next game is. I feel that I have I did something wrong earlier when I prepared the sheet. So we should see probably...
It's SC versus, I think that would be...
can't be crazy, so it has to be Avenge.
Yeah.
Okay, so if SC is playing, we have another Terran versus Protoss. And for SC, a lot is on the line here. The same is true for Avenge. Both of them are 0-1 in the group, so they have to get a win here. If you fall down with an 0-2, you have to hope for a tie. It's not really a good position for you to be in, so that game is going to be the most important one for them just yet.
Yeah.
Going 0-1 is okay.
It's okay.
You can deal with
recover
this.
that.
If you lose against a strong opponent, that's completely fine. We saw a lot of players in the recent up and down groups that lost their first game and then just bounced back and immediately advanced to Codes, could take the next 3 games. But once you're 0-2, you're
hoping for a tie, you know, and that's you never want to base anything off of luck. And even if you get into the tiebreaker, that's when it starts.
Look at them. Both know it. Both of them know it. We have Advenge here with the crossed arms, really looking at the screen and being like, okay, this is where it counts. And also SC just looking down, trying to concentrate. And both of them are well aware what's on the line here.
Yeah, you can see they're both a little bit stressed. SC especially so. You know, you've got the Avenged lip bite, but SC looks like he's about to die or something. He needs to calm down because if he wins this game, he'll be 1-1, he'll be all right, and he'll put his opponent into a disastrous situation.
Yeah, that's really the game that you have to win right now. I mean, Avenge versus SC, I feel this is going to be a good one. Daybreak also a very good map for this game.
Yeah. And this is, you know, one of those maps that everybody knows, everybody loves. It's been around for forever.
All right. Avenge now also in a matchup where he is traditionally quite strong. We've seen this in his up and down run. And SC, well, he all-killed once in the GSTL, but can he win the game now against his Dartail opponent? We're heading into our second Terran versus Protoss of the day. This time on Daybreak, here the GSL up and down Group F with Kaldon Wolf.